ABC Kinderteach presents Seymour and Opal, written by Nicole Jussick, illustrated by Ana Lopez Escriba. Seymour and Opal lived in a two-story house with an avocado tree on the front lawn. Opal had to pass through Seymour's room to get into her own. Opal was as happy as she could be until one day when Seymour decided to charge a toll. "Why?" asked Opal. "Because," said Seymour. Opal thought of telling Mother and Father. "Don't even think," said Seymour, "of telling Mother and Father." "Why?" asked Opal. "Because," said Seymour. Every time Opal went into her room, she had to give Seymour a nickel. Seymour never forgot, and he grew very wealthy. One Sunday after lunch, Opal's piggy bank was empty. Outside, it had begun to rain. Seymour watched huge drops trickle down the window pane. He tossed a softball into the air and caught it with his baseball glove. He looked at his tin soldiers, but they just stood in a line and stared back at him. He knocked at Opal's door. "How about a game of marbles?" he asked. "No, thanks," said Opal, who was busy braiding her doll Ethel's hair. Seymour went back to his room and counted the ants in his ant farm. Then he went downstairs to see what his mother and father were doing. His mother was painting a portrait for art class. Uncle Johnny had come to pose. "What's the matter, my little dumpling?" she asked. "Nothing," sighed Seymour. Seymour went into the kitchen where his father was singing an aria and inventing a new kind of pizza for supper. Seymour went back to his room and peeped through the keyhole. Opal had set up a science lab with test tubes and colored powders. "Want to watch TV?" Seymour asked. "No, thanks," said Opal. "I'm teaching Ethel how to make a rainbow." Seymour set up a game of checkers against himself. Then he knocked at Opal's door. "Want to come and splash in rain puddles in the garden?" he asked. "No, thanks," said Opal. "3 good fairies have come to tea." Opal had set a lovely table with her dolly china and tablecloth, and she was filling Ethel's cup. After a while, Seymour wanted to listen to the radio in Opal's room. "Not now," shouted Opal from a teepee made of 2 chairs and a blanket. "White Bear and I are threading bead necklaces for him to take back to his tribe." "I'll give you a nickel if you let me play," said Seymour. "No, thanks," said Opal. "2 nickels," said Seymour, but Opal said, "Nope." "Why?" asked Seymour. "Because," said Opal. "I'll let you walk through my room any time you want," said Seymour, "for free. And I can borrow your walkie-talkie wristwatch set for my expedition to the North Pole tomorrow after school?" asked Opal. "If you insist," said Seymour. And she did.